Subsabrion Wave here. Today got this one right here. Forspoken got one thing right. Let's react it.
I just move shit with my freaking mind.
Forspoken, more like Volltrocken. People fucking hate this game, yo. They despise it with an passion.
Okay, it's not too bad. It is kind of below average for my taste, but I think it doesn't deserve the price of $70. Not at all.
Well, I finished it. And this is an interesting one, that's for sure. It's a journey. Full of twists and turns and a surprising ending. One might even say a happy ending. But they don't call me Hong Kong Fooey for nothing. I am unimpressed by your NPC-like behavior, regurgitating the talking points of the gaming media. Oh, I don't hate what you want me to hate. Sorry. I give every game that comes through my door.
It's good. I want to hear his opinion, man.
You know, Forspoken is an interesting experiment. Imagine it like a TV show with 10 seasons and the first 5 suck. And then the last 5 are kinda good. Is that a show you would recommend? Is it not ultimately fair to say, no. Sorry, not for me. Fuck that. I don't blame anybody for turning this game off after a few hours. Say it's the worst shit I ever played. Let's start this review by talking about the tutorial, the handhold. This is exhausting. The major reason why I think this game will fail. The never-ending fuck.
Like, I think this whole series changed me so hard on this. Like, I hate this shit. Like, people know how to do this. Like, let them figure out that shit for themselves. Like, come on.
Fucking mess. It's so dragged out. I dare you that you've never seen anything remotely like this. Just because Frey Holland is wearing a fucking cape, yeah, doesn't make her cool, okay? I am cool with a cape.
I think the cape looked like pretty dope. Like, this one of the few things I liked about the game was like the cosmetics.
It teaches you too much, while at the same time not really teaching you the fine-tuning of the combat. It's unable to build up any momentum or excitement because of this. Forspoken won't let you walk 5 fucking meters without another goddamn pop-up and some shitty, boring-ass characters I don't care about. The game is hell-bent of destroying any last remnants of flow that occasionally come up. It never shuts the fuck up. I don't just mean the characters and the dialogue, the pop-ups, the lingers.
Hey.
The fades, the black screen, the white screen.
Yeah, the fades are because of that engine. I know I've explained it like 10 times already, but the big problem about this game is it was built on a like horrendous engine, and the people who worked on that game like really struggled with that shit. Like, there's something I can't somewhat understand.
Tutorials, the cutscenes, not being able to walk for 10 seconds after a cutscene is over. It's frustrating. It will make you angry. Video games are about flow. Flow it here, flow it there, flow it there. It's important that gamers don't break flow. Game is too easy, game is too hard, breaks the flow. Gaming 101. But here, it has nothing to do with difficulty. It doesn't let you get to it. It doesn't let you play. You keep thinking, okay, I give this game 10 more minutes. And then you play more and you're like, okay, I give this game 1 more hour. Hey, 1 more hour, hey. And then you still no gameplay. Just so you know, Forspoken doesn't really unleash its potential until you've beaten the first major boss. And that is depending on your playstyle. If you're rushing it first 5 hours, if you're just laissez-faire, 20 hours. That's embarrassing. They so aggressively handhold you for too long. And then once they let you go, you're still missing crucial information without which the exploration isn't fun. Bro, fuck this up, man. So the pacing is doubly bad. Gameplay-wise bad, story-wise bad. This here right here, a statement. I think it's absolutely fair that a significant amount of people uninstall this and delete this game after a few hours and say it's the worst piece of shit they ever played. You don't value gamers' time. Now, the writing. Oh boy, this was bigly discussed. Bigly. Huge. First of all, if you enjoy anime from Japan, then you have forfeited your right to life and to complain about writing ever. Why? Easy. Clear? Good. Moving on. Ripping emotional scenes completely out of context and presenting it to you is always gonna seem weird, no matter what you're playing. Okay. And after finishing it, I've realized the writing itself isn't the main problem with the disastrous storytelling here. It's literally everything else surrounding it. The game is so fucking awkward.
So your dad's notes are in Praenost?
Yes. He brought me here to keep me safe from the break.
That feels weird, yeah.
The pacing is absolutely ruined by the aforementioned fades, constant lingering after dialogue, the pauses, the stares, the dead.
Like those NPCs feel like they are from a bad MMORPG. You know what I mean? Like from all the content I've seen, like especially with this game, it's insanely similar.
has PlayStation 2 era animations. It's so goddamn uncomfortable. The music fades in and out, like with no easing. It pops in like a jump scare. And the music itself is good, but wait to ruin it. And dare I say, the whole thing gives you a vibe of being amateurish, pathetic. And the cuff, the fucking cuff that she's wearing. Bruh. This is the worst part of all of it. The whole game would have been better without the fucking cuff. It's supposed to be your guide, but ends up being annoying as hell. Even if in the menu you turn that shit to a minimum. Thought I didn't know that, huh? Kleiner. The smug British accent doesn't fit. It's a contrast to the whole world. And also, can I not have my gameplay be commented on every few seconds? Stop it. Horizon Forbidden West did the same shit. Halt dein Maul. Silence! Bring back silent women. Forspoken is such a mess in this regard that after a while I start to get the impression that this game has been taken apart and restitched together over and over again. This final product...
Bro, if I get successful, I'm gonna get cancelled because of this moment. Because I laughed here. But you know what? I don't give a shit.
It's like unrecognizable. Like people who keep doing plastic surgery to look young, but in the end they just look like Kotze im Salat. The world. We know the world is important. Die Welt is really massive. The map screen, the 3D map, how it looks. When games have 3D maps, I love it. It's like an instant big blood. Wow. I like looking at the different angles. What? 3D? It's 3-dimensional, plus you zoom out, then it's 2D, plus you zoom out ultimate, then you have the entire world. Cool. But I gotta say, the world is like open, but also not really. The regions sometimes are separated from each other. You have to jump into like holes, and then you're in a different region, and some regions have like this really ugly green tint on top of everything. It's ugly as shit. And there
are to make it feel different. That's okay.
Many areas where quests will never take you to. Massive amount of land that you will actually never visit. Again, another sign that a lot of content here was cut. I don't know what the fuck happened. Every location you find, it's just one goal. Kill enemies. Kill every enemy surrounding. That's it. Nothing else. Occasionally you get to pet a cat like this.
No.
That's it. Other than this, it's just kill. It's all about kill. It is just impossible to care about this fucking dead-ass world. I'm sorry, I tried. It's so fundamentally uninteresting to its very core. Albeit it's very beautiful sometimes, everything is pointless. Just know that. When you traverse it to do shit, you'll notice it's not even checklist gaming. It's Sisyphus gaming. Brain dead gaming. If Elden Ring was the rebirth of the open world, this is the death of it. You can put even more chests on the map. Du dummer Spast. I'm not gonna enjoy finding a chest if everything that's in there is scheiß. Equipment is motivating because you can just take the first equipment you get and keep upgrading it. So that's incentive is gone. No location has a story, or is distinct, or has a...
I think in chess there should be only special things, yeah, like what he said, but the lesser things, like the lesser items should be on something like corpses. Okay, would that be copying this whole series too much? I don't know, but I find that concept pretty good.
Boys, it's all nice. The way the main story works is like they give you a marker on the other side of the really big world map, and they're like, now can you please traverse this shit and just look at all the shit in between? It's nothing, but just look at my dick. This works in Fallout and Skyrim because the world is so fascinating and interesting. There's stuff to do, but
yeah, but in exactly. There's stuff to do in Fallout and Skyrim. Everywhere you go, there is shit to do in this world, and Forspoken at least. There's nothing to it. You just traverse through that shit and there's nothing. It feels so soulless, man. It's kind of sad.
Here, it's just another symptom of the complete lack of ideas of the side of the developers. It's torture. Playing this game is torture, is what I would have said had I stopped playing halfway through. Because now comes the kick-up. There is good in Forspoken.
There's a glow-up?
Nay, there are fantastic things here. You don't want to hear it. I know you don't. There's a great game hidden away in this. It's just surrounded by a very thick layer of diarrhea. Are you willing to eat away at it? Sift through the diarrhea. The combat. I can speak in French. Forspoken's combat is nothing short of outstanding. Extraordinary. This is the closest thing that we have to Avatar-type elemental gameplay. It's unique.
Bro, I want a really good Avatar, like maybe PvP one. Elemental game. It would be amazing. I would buy it instantly, immediately.
Leave us alone, that will give a shit, man.
And it takes a lot of getting used to, but when it clicks, it fits. You have earth magic. You have fire magic. Super magic. And then you have the water magic. Splash. The action can get super chaotic. So much stuff on screen. The effects, particle effects. But the combat remains solid the whole time. I never lose control because the game has great control. You always feel like you're in it. Boom! It is the primary reason why I believe some of you maybe should give this game a chance. Maybe consider buying this. It's fantastic and it keeps getting better the more you play. You got pretty good enemy variety and there are a lot of fun optional boss fights spread across the world. You have a super fun learning curve curve, you'll really notice how you improve, because in the beginning it's all too much. Like I said, tutorial, you learn way too much too quickly. But then as you get used to it, you notice you can do so many different things just with one school of magic. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Learning a new school of magic, which there are 4 different ones, is the highlight of this whole game. They're so distinct from each other. You will switch it up a lot because some enemies are really immune to some schools of magic.
But it wasn't there a problem that because of those School of Magic things is that the beginning spells were like utter garbage, like weren't usable at all. Like I think it's something where it wants to put you in a direction where your spells become stronger and they don't intensify, like incentivize. I don't know the word, man. Like they don't want you to like use the older spells, which are like worse, I think, you know?
I have the resistance, la resistance. Each magic style is almost like its own combat system. Upgrading your skills is so much fun. Not just upgrade them, you can enhance each skill by completing certain challenges. This is the highlight. This is what's driving me. This is what was motivating me. You have to mix and match. Very important. Every new skill you learn, you have to first understand it. What is it for? How do I use it properly? How do I get the maximum out of it? Nothing else like it. Dodging, pump, parrying, khata, running, ga. The traversal. Oh god, she's so fucking fast. And when she's jumping across the stone, the zipline works phenomenally well. It always knows where you want to go. Very well done. It is the perfect mix between the automation, like the automatic stuff, like in Prototype, and jump and run style inputs. And if you get sick and tired of running through this world, fast travel. Fast travel is a complicated issue, but instant fast travel, you click fast travel, bam, there you are. It's kind of something out of a fairy tale. It's like it's something evil, it's devilish, it's wrong, but I love it. I embrace it. But you know what? It's more than just the combat that gets better and better. The story, I'd say, in its final act becomes actually good. There's a cool plot twist that I really didn't see coming. And whenever the game's focus is on the Tantas, it gets interesting. And the final boss was legit the highlight for me. A blast. You know, some people don't want to believe that Forspoken has any redeeming quality. I think it's almost like everyone agreed that Forspoken sucks, we have to hate it, and haha, the clip I saw online was such a goof. I'm sorry.
The clip wasn't even like the problem I had with this game. Yeah, that's one really embarrassing moment and something totally like it was hyper cringe, man. I couldn't watch it at all, but I still gave it a fair shot on looking on it. Like, yeah, but it's still disappointed, you know? Like many other successful games, which are like really, really good, also have some of those moments, but yeah.
Sorry, that's just not completely the case. Forspoken is a bit more complex than that. And if you ask yourself, should you play it? That really depends. You have to ask yourself, are you willing to torture yourself for about 10 hours until the game gets good?
No.
Also, please, this goes out to the ladies. Please support me on Patreon. My audience is 98% male. I could need some women. Please support me on Patreon. You can be in a review, name in the credit, all the different
support them.
So yeah, thank you. Now, Forspoken overall, ladies and gentlemen, is a failure. There's no doubt in my mind. It will go down in history as a failure. But man, I will try to remember it for the moment-to-moment action. Because I had a blast during those moments. My final rating for Forspoken is a mediocre, but fair 5 out of 10. Doesn't mean it's a bad game. Doesn't mean it's a weak or shit game. It means it's a 5. Positives and negatives are almost kind of the same. And yeah. All right. With that being said, don't forget to watch it.
Okay. Like that point was actually good and interesting. Not like a copycat like everyone other does. Like yeah, this game is garbage. We're just flaming it out. But he saw some redeeming qualities about it. But yeah, all in all, it's still not good. I think. Yeah, it was great. Subscribe to Ranton, he does the content, I just react to it, you know. And yeah, but I would also appreciate some support, like a sub, a comment as well. But that's actually it, man. I guess see you next time, and I guess that's it. Wafer.